Hello again, my loyal subjects. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am your Liege Lord, the Godless Gamer, and we've got some more work to do in our Elder Kings 2 campaign, The Path to Alaxon. This is episode 28. We want to get as much conquest as we can, just like we did in our previous episode. I really tried hard to get as much as I could. We're starting off today's episode a little bit slower because I'm developing still some of the conquests that I got in our previous episode, and I don't have a lot of money. I need to save up. I don't have 4 gold like what we ended our previous episode with. I called in some favors and I used some of the hooks that I had to save some money. I got some really good advice in my comment section of my last video, and I want to address some of the comments. Even though I did leave comments, I responded, but I want to respond a little bit more in depth, and I hope I remember everything. Okay, one commenter mentioned that I was missing a duchy building in Castle Noldoril, but there was a reason for that, because I didn't have the duchy title of Noldoril, because I didn't see any need to have the duchy title, because there's nobody inside this duchy that I need the title to rule over and be their rightful liege. But when I looked at everything, because I messed with stuff, I destroyed this duchy. I destroyed the Duchy of Seadrill, and I found out, now that I'm not this person's rightful liege, now that I destroyed the title, the opinion loss is only -5, which is negligible. Like, maybe earlier on in the campaign, I was in the right mindset. You know, I want to be everybody's rightful liege, because I don't want them to hate me. But it's only -5, and we're at a point in our life where opinions are they're ridiculously good. Every one of my vassals is at 100. I mean, except for the ones at the bottom, but they're minor landholders, and they're like the hardest vassals to please. But in short, I figured, why not? I recreated the Duchy of Noldoril title, and now that I own that title, I can fill this duchy building slot with something that I want. And I decided, where is it? Military academies. That's what we're going to build here. Holder of this holding, men-at-arms regiment, or men-at-arms recruitment cost -10%. I mean, that's helpful. It's not great, but it's helpful. I already have most of my men-at-arms, like, created. But it will reduce the army gold maintenance, and let's not forget that it upgrades, and the bonuses improve. But what's really, really nice, the major value from this, is more knights, more knight effectiveness up to 75%, and when it gets up to level 3, it will significantly boost my army. So that's why I'm choosing military academies. There were other buildings, like things that would help me get more taxes, things that reduce costs for hosting tournaments. Not super high value. Tax offices would have been a pretty obvious one, plus 15%. But yeah, so I'm taking the commenter's advice. I destroyed that duchy title, got this one. Now we can fill this up, and we'll build military academies. Alright, so that was number 1. Another commenter asked me why. They said that I should have kept, because we took the Palace of the Main last episode during our conquest. And they mentioned and pointed out that this is a special and unique building, and the benefits are actually not that bad. But for now, I'll just allow this duke to keep it, because my response to the comment was, this is not the de jure capital of the Empire of Elsewhere. This is at least this half of Elsewhere, because remember, the Empire split in 2. So there's 2 empire capitals. I think that when Elsewhere is united, this is the capital, but since it split, it moved. So my response to the commenter was, well, eventually when I capture this, I can just hold on to this. There is a unique building here, but the bonuses aren't as good as the last one. They're not as good as the Palace of the Main. But it's currently... Senshal Palace, it's scorched. Ravaged by the terrible fire ignited in a desperate hope to burn away the deadly grip of the Knahaten flu. The palace that once symbolized prosperity and influence is now nothing more than a smoldering ruin. Root blackened statues and a few crumbling walls are all that remain, and no one visiting this place could imagine that it was once the jewel of southern Elsewhere. So it's not great now, and the bonuses aren't great now, but I'm thinking when I eventually conquer this, maybe I can hold on to it, and we can do something about its current state, and we can get it up to, you know, we can get it back to pristine condition, which might provide more bonuses. But I don't know what those bonuses are. So maybe, like, I should know this. I should know where the capital of Elsewhere is, but I'm predicting that it used to be here when the titles were united. So maybe there will come a time where I'll take this on, because this special building is admittedly really good. Diplomacy per level of devotion, learning per level of devotion. So at some point, maybe I will take this back. So that's my response to the commenter. Another one, or maybe it was the same commenter, but you said that one of my men-at-arms wasn't stationed. That's because I have a bunch of men-at-arms under my control. Because I'm the Emperor of the High Kingdom of Alinor, I have access to these men-at-arms regiments, and because I'm the Duke of Alinor, I have access to these. I can't station all my men-at-arms. I don't have enough domain to station them. Every single one of my holdings is full. I have the empty ones up here, but these are my conquests. There's no point in me stationing men-at-arms here, because I'm just going to give these away soon. So I don't have the capacity to station all my men-at-arms, but I figured let's at least station this men-at-arms regiment, because it is my personal army. So I figured I'd station it there. So, okay, and then there was one other thing I promise we'll play. I promise. But there was one other thing. My son, and I'm running out of time for this, but my son, I dropped him as my ward because my commenter said you should send him to university to make sure he gets a really good education. And I agree. It's just that sending kids to university, it says you don't have 300 gold, but I tested it. I checked between the episodes. When I check this, it cost me 1,500 gold, not 300. It says you don't have 300 gold, but in order to send him, it cost me 1,500, and I don't have enough money. So we have to save up. Once I unpause, we're going to do nothing besides save up, so we can send him to university, and hopefully I made it in time, because he's 14. He becomes an adult in 2 years, so hopefully I can make it in time to send him to university. But I have to remember to do that first with my money. We can't get any conquest yet, because I'm still let's unpause. I'm still developing my recent conquest, so I can't expand anymore until I've got all this completely managed. Another thing I did between the episodes was I changed my patron saint. I switched to Mara because it gave me a fertility boost. I noticed that me and my wife haven't gotten pregnant in a while. It's been 14 years since she's gotten pregnant, so I boosted my fertility a bit. Okay, buildings are finishing, but we're not going to keep upgrading until we're ready. I'm beginning the process of fabricating claims against this, so eventually we can fight one giant war and take, like, 12 counties or something. "44 days, I have to build another temple here." And then that's something we're going to get done today. We're definitely going to get our next legacy. It is rare for my guards to permit uninvited guests directly into my court. Not really. That's so not true. Every once in a while, I check my courtiers, and there are strangers that get in here. So that's a bunch of BS. Evidently, she is well-versed in restoration magic, able to heal wounds, treat diseases, and perform even more miraculous feats. With the current epidemic ravaging my land, they're talking about the plague that refuses to go away, the one that still exists. This is what the thing is addressing. There's no plagues in the Somerset Isles. She's well-versed in restoration magic? Some more BS. She's a novice. If she would have made a good potential physician, I would bring her in, but my physician is really good. She doesn't have a physician trait. I'm sorry, I'm doing a lot of stuttering today. She doesn't have the trait yet, but she's excellent in aptitude. There is a murder scheme still going on against her, and I am currently redoubling my guards. The max success chance is 44%, and we're about to learn if they're gonna kill her, because that's about as good as the odds are gonna get. So if she dies in that murder scheme, I will have to bring in a new physician. But that lady that we just saw during the event didn't impress me. Okay, we have 1,500 gold. He's 15 now, so he's got a year left. See? 1,500. He will soon be an adult, the game is warning me. Does that mean I'm going to be pissing away this 1,500 gold? Is it too late? I'm willing to just test it out and see. My son is worth the money. My heir. Well, here's our wife. Here's our ex-wife. She's still inflating because she's obese and she's a glutton. She's still my best friend. My best friend approaches me with a big smile on her face. My dearest friend, we finally see each other after our divorce. I feel like we never spend any quality time together lately. Yeah, that's because I have a new wife. My dear, I'm not becoming a drunkard. We stop being friends if I don't become a drunkard. I'd rather focus on my duties. More stress gain? That's actually not that bad. I could use this monthly lifestyle experience plus 10 because we're in the martial lifestyle, and I have no bonuses. We have some, but these count for no matter what lifestyle I get in. There are no specific bonuses that I'm getting in martial, so I might take that. She's not gonna like it. Whatever. You're not my wife anymore. How did my grandson die? He drank himself. Drunkenness is a problem with a lot of characters. It's because of the long lifespan. I've mentioned this before, but it's because of the long lifespan. The AI doesn't know how to control somebody within an extended period. It's hard enough trying to have the AI keep people alive with normal lifespans. It's a nightmare with extended lifespans. So I need a new tutor. I have a bunch of empty slots. I have one set aside for my son. I'm giving my youngest son an intrigue education. He would make a good food taster, so I'm leaving that empty for him. But I have another son that would be an excellent tutor. He's loyal. Alright, let's go. So many distractions. This temple's done. Let's start building this one. And now we'll just save up for our wars. Yes! Yes! Look, what did I predict in our previous episode was going to happen? It happened. Redoran fractured, and now we no longer have to fight House Redoran to get these. Thank you, game! I think there's a new ruler here. Is he? Yep, it's a new ruler. So when the old one died, it did cause a fracturing. before anybody jumps on any of this. Okay, that changes everything. That changes my entire how I was going to go about this. Initially, I was going to fight these two and Anvil and get this. But now I need to hurry up and get some of these. Are there any of them that have multiple counties? Yep, there's a duchy right here. He owns more than one county, so I have to fabricate claims. We're taking a break from fabricating claims against this. We need these three. Luckily for us, well, one of them is going to be quick to fabricate. So when we're ready to declare... and here's another one. I'm sorry, I'm trying to process all of this. Okay, so I need to fabricate these two claims too. We'll let her finish this. I'll fabricate these two claims. Then we'll get these two. And then when we finally declare war, we'll declare war against this. All of this. Oh, here's another one. Damn it. Okay, at least we don't have to fight House Redoran, but it's going to delay us. I have a lot of claims that I want to fabricate, and I have to fabricate if I want to get it all at once. Alright, there's a silver lining to all of it. House Redoran broke up. I do want to do another legend at some point, but not right now. I just inherited a duchy. It's going to be a while before we're ready to declare wars. I can afford to throw some cash into developing these. There's no point in directly telling these people to convert my religion, because all I have to do is tell the Duke to do that when I create it. I don't even have to, because the entirety of the realm is already my religion. I'm just noticing that this religion is not going away, even though she's my religion, so I'll refresh. Maybe I didn't give her a directive, but I'm almost certain I did. Whatever, let's get back to it. My wife, my ex-wife brought my dog back. Asked for a council position. Nope. My wife, by the way, she is... my ex-wife, she's a countess. There she is. She's the Count of Dawnbreak. So that's what she's doing. That's how she's spending her days. Getting fatter and fatter and ruling her own county. Wet Nurse is not really important to refill because I don't have like a lot of children, young children running around anymore. So I can leave that empty. See, there's... all of these tasks affect children, and my son's about to become an adult, so that's a job I can fill with somebody later. Okay, this temple's done. Of course, I put a wrinkly old man in command, or, he's the one the game chooses. Why would I need to isolate the capital? There's no plagues. Don't bother me, game, with unnecessary things. Was it these two? Yeah. Maybe I can go on speed 5 for a little bit. Oh, I'm holding on to a city that I don't need to hold. Four months and we'll be ready. We'll have a decent amount of money by then. About 2,000. Here be secrets. As I lean over to pick up a scripture to study, my son, Celebrimbor, barges into the room. Hey, shouldn't you be at school? Shouldn't you be at university? What the hell are you doing here? He's back at home doing his laundry. Father, you won't believe what I found out about Caldil, my bodyguard. He pauses to catch his breath. This will greatly further Celebrimbor's intrigue education focus. Alright, if he gets a 4-star education, I'll be happy with that. I'm not expecting him to get a 5-star. But as long as he gets a 4-star, that's better than his next oldest brother. He got a 3-star. I didn't send him to university. I don't need this. Another old person. The least qualified person, basically. That's what... Why is the game giving horrible characters? RNG, man. RNG. As long as it's not a murder scheme. Nope, somebody's trying to sleep with me. I mean, what's the point of the game telling you about somebody trying to seduce you? You eventually find out about the seduce scheme when the person tries to seduce you. It's like, what? It's like redundant information. The success chance to murder my physician has improved. There's 0% secrecy, like, we're gonna find out who's trying to seduce me. And what's the point of telling me the odds of the seduce scheme? I'm the one that decides whether it succeeds or not, you know? Like, the player decides. What is... It's just weirdness with the game. I mean, I don't mind that the game is telling me about it, but, like, is there any point, really? Challenge to a board game. This kitty cat wants to die in a board game. Learning is obviously my best skill by a long shot, so we'll just spam that one. We won in 2 turns. Alright, and he became my friend. Alright, a good sport, not a sore loser. We discovered who's trying to kill my physician. Did that reduce the odds? Or did that end it? It had, like, no effect. It had no effect at all. Oh, and it went through. She's dead. I doubt that I have a good physician in-house. Like, nobody who's already a physician. You really want to prioritize people that already have the trait. I mean, having an excellent aptitude is good, too. I mean, that's why I had my old physician doing her thing. But let's recruit for a new one. And if my wife gets pregnant again in this episode, then I'll hire a new wet nurse. Loyal, great personality. He's a content gentleman. Why is the game saying that this would be the best? That's so not true. It's because they've got the physician trait. They all have physician traits. The guy that I like doesn't, but I like that he's loyal. Physicians are powerful agents in schemes against you, so I want the right person. Temperate, patient, and honest? Absolutely. But he's got to put a shirt on. He claims to be trained in alternative medicine. Alright, we'll give him a shot. We'll give alternative medicine a shot. Look, if anything really bad happens, I'm really good at restoration, so I can pick up his slack. But he's got to put on some clothes. I always need to start with the... I need to start with the legwear. So we're not looking at his junk. Okay, so we have a new physician. He's got some work to do to improve. The time Celebrimbor will be spending at the university is at an end. Always the clever child, Celebrimbor proved time and time again over the course of his studies that he had a natural affinity for careful planning and more than a little misdirection. He got a 5-star. Now, I'm not sure if... It's gotta be because we sent him to university. So thank you again, commenter. I'm glad I saw that before it was too late. 24 intrigue. His diplomacy is even better. And he got a 4-star magical education. Look at his praxic rating. His praxic rating is 75. Because he has 2 virtuous traits. Because he's diligent and he's a genius. This is definitely going to be my heir. Even if we have younger sons, they will really, really have to impress in order to surpass this son. He's got the 4 lifespan, he's got the 2 tier 3 congenitals, he's got the 5-star education. My wife just left to go rule her own realm. She's not going to like this, but I don't want her doing that. She'll get over it. You cannot revoke it. She's my ally. That's not good. I need her in my court so I can protect her. Because we're married, we're allies. That is not good, guys. I did not understand that something like that was going to happen. And I can't revoke her title. Have Arana El Larica relinquish her offices, passing all held governorships to the next candidate. There we go. That solved the problem. She didn't like it, but she'll get over it. She's still my soulmate. Alright, I'm glad I had a way out of there. I'm glad I had a way out. Actually, maybe that's something that I could just do to my son. This alliance is getting in the way of us. I'm surprised none of you told me about this. I can retire him as a governor too, so... Now we understand that we can get around these alliances. It's not necessary now, but I'm glad I learned. You guys are slacking off. I feel like somebody should have told me about that. Oh, there's a legacy. You guys are awful vassals. You should be ashamed of yourselves for not fixing my stupidity earlier. Okay, so I can give this away. I'm just kidding, guys. You obviously know. I'm just an idiot, and I'm still getting used to this administrative stuff. Like, I mean, I understand enough, but there's always places where I can improve. Now, I don't think I'm going to switch to an arcane court type, but I will see what kind of things it does for us. I can enact Sorceress Elective or the Mage Lord Elective. I don't like elective succession laws. We'll stick to the regular succession laws. We're doing fine with those. We haven't had to deal with succession, because we're still alive. So. Let's see what Arcane Court is like, because that would be an interesting court for us to have, since we're the High Elves and we're so magical-oriented. Alright, a Diplomatic Court gives me more max personal schemes if I get it leveled up. Counselor Opinion plus 10. Plus 25% max magicka and regeneration. Wards in this court will receive a Student of Magicka trait, which means that their guardian doesn't need to already have a formal magical education. Every kid is going to get it. More monthly magical arts lifestyle experience and one more ritual slot at level 10. Yes! And we are at level 10 already for Court Grandeur. So we get all of this right off the bat. I get another ritual slot. It's taking us so long to get to our conquest, guys. I'm sorry, but things are happening. Like, important things are happening. This character's warded. I'm trying to figure... In order to keep things pinned, I hit my center mouse button, but when I do that, it cancels it out. I want to see what being warded does. Why isn't it letting me? If I go around... Yeah, whatever. I don't know if I want to do that. Or how about we just look at our spells? No, this is a ritual. I can't just see what it's like. I could fortify my marshal. This would help my armies. Let's do that. I won't activate it, but I need to remember to activate it when we're fighting. How about we switch this intrigue one with the martial one, and then we will activate that. It's only one, but still. I think we're ready. I think we're ready. We managed all of it. Did we give this guy a directive? And I can create another duchy, so I'm going to make him the Duke. I think because I gave him the new title, I have to tell him to do the directive again. No, we're not ready to do our conquest because we still need a bunch of claims. How about when we get these done, we'll declare all these wars. And then I'll take a breath and we'll get these claims, and then we'll declare these 3 wars at the same time. And this one, so I'll do these 3. So 4 months we're declaring war. Somebody's still trying to seduce me, we haven't found out yet. There's a war going on between Eldenroot and Coremount. I did want to fight a war against them and capitalize on that, but now that Redoran broke up, we need to jump on these counties before somebody else does. I discussed last episode that we're going to start going down the strategist tree. This is the woman trying to seduce me. My courtier. This was the woman who was my wet nurse, and she's not my wet nurse anymore, but she's still my courtier. Her son is my cupbearer, but if I dismiss her, he's going to leave with her, which is fine. That'll clean out my court of unnecessary people. She's got some pretty good skills, but she's not good enough to be on my council. Oh, no, her son is the one with the... I think one of the commenters mentioned this too, that I got somebody with a 5-star. He's not going to be my marshal. I'm not giving him that position. I guess he would be a good commander of armies, but he wouldn't be a good knight because his prowess is crap. Alright, if this woman's going to stay in my court, maybe I can give her another job. Maybe she would be a good eparch. She's got decent stewardship. No, she wouldn't. She's right here. She'd be good. Alright, it's fine. Let's just make her the master of hunt. Kind of a pointless position, but if she's going to be staying around for the sake of her son, I need to give her some kind of responsibility. I forgot to give my son the food taster position. He'd be average. I mean, he just became an adult. I'm sure he'll grow into it. That is a powerful agent against me, but I trust him. His personality's good, and we're friends, so that's a safe job to give him. Yeah, my heir's unmarried. I'm in no rush to make that happen. Okay, there's the claim. This is going to be really, really easy and fast, because we're only declaring 3 wars. Trying to stay away from the plague. Oh, did this split up? Alright, that split up, so I can declare this one. And why not? We'll declare this one too. So not 3 wars, 4 wars. Oh, they jumped on me. They bushwhacked me. Damn it. Okay. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. I'm an idiot. Okay, we got enough forces mustered that they don't want to fight. Okay, come on. Alright, there we go. And I didn't activate that ritual. Hey guys, it's okay. Ooh, I'm stressing out a bit. That's okay. I can write some things down. Train for a tournament. We still have some stress. We'll deal with it. Alright. Can we beat them as is? We'll probably lose. Okay. In an attempt to avoid the plague, I just summoned my forces too close to them. We'll try this again. My bad. It's not a game ender. It's not a war ender. I got too excited. Now they're running away. Obviously, it takes my armies longer to muster because of my error. This guy died. He was my master of horse. I need a master of horse. That's important for fighting. It's annoying. How can I... Because I constantly have to keep managing these over and over again, it's getting annoying. If I just put a high elf in control of these, they'll probably live longer and I won't have to manage it as much. You know what? I'm doing that here. Show these morons how to run a county. Okay, let's get this army moving while the rest are taking their time. Revenge. Study metal. He wants to study heavy metal again? Thank you for the dead rabbit, because that's what I need right now. I don't think so. It's our turn. It's our turn to bushwhack them. I say bushwhack a lot. I should say ambush, but I'm an American, so we use American terminology here. Around here, people get bushwhacked. She wants to become my friend, but I can't do this because I'm stressing out. It's been too soon since I pet my dog. In all honesty, if we do have a mental break, it will be the first that we've ever had, I think, in our entire lifetime. So I think I can afford to maybe have a mental break. It's not a big deal. We'll deal with it. We'll have the option to use our journaler trait in order to relieve that stress. Alright, the grandson that I raised for 3 seconds, he got Master Mage and a 3-star Intrigue. A lot of Intrigue educations, I'm noticing. There we go. There's nothing I can do with this, so that makes it easy. Just give it away. In a small way, it's nice to get... Oh. Never mind. I can build a temple here. But I was about to say, sometimes it is nice to just take over a county that I don't have to manage just to get on to the next thing, but I really want the renown. My best friend and ex-wife just died. I hope I don't get melancholic, but we are going to have a mental break. Please don't get melancholic. I gain melancholic. She was my best friend, which is something I don't like. For that exact reason. That sucks. That is not great. I'm hoping that I can get rid of that somehow. And we had a mental break. Wife, ex-wife, why did you have to die? See, we can just use our journaler trait to relieve that. But stress is still a problem. Alright, this episode is full of ups and downs. Good things happening and unfortunate things happening. I like how this county is called Sea Place, and it's like nowhere near the sea. An adventurer is my rival. I have 6,000 gold. I can definitely afford to spam a bunch of buildings. And we can build that duchy building now, so military... I don't have the Burrs innovation. Okay, when we finish Codified Magical Studies, I'll do that next then. Unlocks all early interregnum military buildings. Levy size plus 5%. Probably not the one that I would have gone for next willingly, but because we want to get that duchy building, we'll get Burrs next. In like a year and a half. So I can't build that. That's okay. Prioritize the economic buildings first before I do the military ones. Please just let me win a battle and win this so I don't have to do the siege. Wow, they mustered really fast. 6 men. 6 men. Oh my goodness. I'm giving this to a high elf. I'm giving all this stuff to high elves. I'm losing my patience. Constantly having to manage this bull. Bullshit. That reminds me of Jasmine from Aladdin, like what she's wearing on her head. That hairstyle and everything. Cows are humping again. He's disloyal. And it's not my religion, so that's not good. I have to... I'm not going to remember to take his title away. I'm just going to kill him. I'm just going to murder the guy. I've already committed a bunch of murders. If the fact that I'm a murderer gets exposed, who cares? Once it's out, and I can commit as many murders as I want. Because I'm already a murderer. Please don't give it to somebody disloyal. That's more like it. He's gonna be the Duke. He's gonna be the new Duke when I finish this duchy. We'll try giving it to a Khajiit this time. My dog died. But I can put her... I can skin my dog and put her pelt on my wall, and that's actually good because I have an empty... Oh, not an empty slot, but I have an item that I can replace. This notorious hide. I can finally get rid of it. Where's my... Did I choose the option where I don't take my... Because that item would have given me plus 6% knight effectiveness. Are you kidding me? Gained another rival. Okay, so we just have these two to manage, and then we'll declare our next war. But in the meantime, I need to do something to relieve stress very quickly. Oh no, our stress is going down. I'm hoping there's going to be some kind of event. I was going to do maybe a funeral. Can I do a funeral for my ex-wife? Funerals notoriously take a long time to get through. So I might not do it, but I'm curious to see if she's an option. She's not an option. I can't do a funeral for my wife. My ex-wife. His stress isn't that bad, actually. It's going down. This one's done as well. No, it's not. And now that I border this, I can get claims faster. So our next war will be for these 3 duchies. I completed Riverhold. People are starting to get this new court trait. They're getting a valued arcane courtier. Uh-oh, there is a plague in the Somerset Isles, but it's not close to my capital. One more claim and we'll declare war. I'm curious to see... We should be fine, but I'm curious to see what my vassal limit's at. We're at 87 out of 270. We're fine. We're counteracting the fact that we're creating a bunch of titles, because that's one of the reasons why I create the duchy titles, just to, you know, take some of the pressure off of my vassal limit. Okay, one more claim. We're almost ready. How about we raise our forces up, like, right here? That way we're not too close to the front line. And I should probably check their alliances. This person's already involved in a war. Do I want to tell my secret to my wife? I'm contemplating whether to share something with my wife the next time we are by ourselves. The thing I've learned about Prince Kelegorn would be of great interest to her. We know that he murdered somebody, and we know he's an adulterer. We need to adopt another puppy so I can pet them. I'll take the stress. I won't reveal my son's secret. It's another female. Since Mara is my patron, how about we name it Mara? And I can't pet it for a year. Why can't I pet my brand new puppy? Not fair. I want to pet my damn puppy. I remember giving this away before, so... A Rim Man can run the city, but I'm giving this to an Alinori. This impure guy with tickle britch. He's rakish. I'm just losing my patience giving it to Khajiit. It's just not working out. Fascination discovered. Okay, now we'll start doing the Burrs innovation. Now, we're not going to finish this in this episode, sadly. We have to wait 10 years before I can build that duchy building, but the advice still stands, and I'm going to build those military academies. Alright, we're running out of buildings to build inside of our direct domains, so maybe we can start expanding to the baronies that are underneath all my counties, like some of these. Start messing with these, I guess. They're upgrading themselves because the people ruling these places should be doing it themselves, but we'll help it along. Because I have the money. Oh my goodness. Alright, the Khajiit are losing their privilege over a lot of this. It's another person I can give to. This dynastic kinslayer, so be it. He's all the way in elsewhere, he's not near me. We're still okay. Our health is still pretty good, even though we're melancholic now. I'm just hoping there's going to be some way to get rid of that. Maybe some event will come along and he'll, like, get over it. I don't think there's any restoration things that I can cast on myself. I don't think that solves the problem. Maybe it does, but I don't know for sure. So we have all of our claims. We already positioned our flag. Let's go. Do we check all their alliances? Nope. Yeah, we know they're at war. This is an internal alliance. This is an external alliance. They're allied with the Duke in Leowin. So we might have to deal with that. Anvil is trying to take this. Defending against Queen Costa of Anvil and the Anvil conquest of the Barony of Newell. Maybe we should rush to this, because we might have to fight Anvil. They might get involved. Okay, let's do that. We'll come up here first. We have to prioritize it here before Anvil takes it. I didn't tell my son that he wasn't allowed to be a knight. Is he not on the list? I'm not seeing his crown. He's not even on the list of eligible... Like, my wife is eligible to be a knight if I wanted her to, but... Alright, he's not on the list. I don't need to improve the development over there anymore. Let's do some developing over here while we're waiting to get our conquests. I still have that ritual activated. We're not fighting Anvil. Let's try to improve our wife's opinion a little bit to counteract the fact that we took her title away. Okay, let's do this. We have to win this before Anvil does. Move over, fellas. This is mine. Get out of here. We'll chase after them. Whoops, I'm taking unnecessary attrition. Because I can't decide where I'm going. We'll go straight for this. We can fight two wars at once. Siege effectiveness. Siege weapon effectiveness plus 40%. We're doing sieges. We'll get this one first. There's a lot of fighting going on in elsewhere. A lot of combat. We took this little kid prisoner. Another rival. I keep becoming rivals with adventurers. They're all adventurers. I'll start swaying her then. I think I have to kick him out after he's done, but he wants to make something wondrous. I'm hoping that he gives me some kind of trinket. Like some yeah, an inventory item. My current crown is actually okay. I have enough goblets to supply an army. So we'll do a brooch. We'll try that. Let's replace one of these low-quality gemstones that I have. My Gloryhound vassals are loving me because I'm getting so much conquest. The books that I have on display are the ones that I made during my Legends, and they're giving me skill points. This isn't giving me any skill points. It's nice. It was a nice item. I think we're going to end this after this war, guys. Things keep delaying. Core mount just split. Core mount split up. But things keep delaying me from getting Conquest in Valenwood. I'm just so damn distracted. But I'm glad that this is happening. This is just going to make things even easier. I have claims for all of this, so I can get these claims. This is another war I could fight. Don't need claims for this. And I already have... Oh, no, I don't. My Realm Priest isn't doing anything. This is all really good. Everything that we need to conquer is just making it easier for us. It's breaking up into smaller pieces. This is really, really good. We captured Catgate. Apparently it'll be faster to go this way, so we'll go that way. There's already a temple here, so I can build a city. I can give this away. We'll just let that city build. Hey, he's marrying outside of our race. Which is something I can never do. I can't do that, ever. I have to marry a high elf. We're trying to keep our bloodlines. We're trying to achieve perfection here. Somebody's requesting a divorce. Nope. I'll try again and give it to a Khajiit, but... 3 strikes and you're out. I have to give her the duchy title, too. Have I been creating any kingdoms? We don't have enough land. Oh, actually, no, yeah, we do. I can create that kingdom if I want. There's no real need to do it. Oh, no, I don't. I have to get this obvious thing staring right at me in the face. We have to take this from Anvil first before we're done with that kingdom. I mean, I could create the title, but for some reason, I like to create the title when it's been completely managed. It's like my way of saying to myself, alright, this has been completely managed, hence why you're creating the title. Like, there's nothing else we have to do. They all love me. It doesn't really matter who I piss off. We won't piss off our daughter. And we won't piss off our great-granddaughter. We'll piss off this lady. There goes one of my rivals. That seems to be what happens to most of my rivals. The past couple of rivals we've had have died. I think we have enough men to split our forces. I'll stay in siege. This army can come and fight a battle. We are starving, so we need to end this quickly. Me and my heir are getting along. He gains the trait Loyal. I can get a strong hook against him. He's ruling something. That's not good. Okay, let's get him to be loyal. That'll help him not be pissed off at me, but he's not allowed to rule anything. I'm not his ally, right? Alright, so I could just do the old-fashioned revoke appointment. And we have to invite him back to court. And I have to give him his food taster position back. He's not in my court yet. Alright, now he is. He's a skooma drinker. And he got that so early. Why the hell would you... You dumbass. You absolute dumbass. You massive disappointment. He's not a disappointment. He has so many other good things about him. What's the duchy capital? Oh, it was this one. I should have given this to a high elf. We're fighting an adventurer. They're trying to invade. There is a plague spreading. We'll isolate the capital, and I need to cast Resilience on my wife. I can give her Grand because I have so much Magicka saved up. Same with my son. I'm gonna double check the check. I want to see if he's on the list again, or if he's on the list at all. Yep, here he is. Forbid. Very nice. That's gonna help counteract the fertility loss that I took when I became melancholic. And I'll give that rock to my son. If my wife still refuses to get pregnant in any short amount of time, I'll give her that brooch, because maybe her side of the equation needs more help, but I want to hold on to it for now. Alright, my forces are getting really, really weak. Oh, it doesn't matter. We just won. All that's left to do is to destroy this adventurer, and we should have enough men to deal with that. We'll fabricate these claims next. We'll eventually fight Anvil. And winning a battle should there's nothing for me to capture. This is a defensive war, so I should just have to win the battle. And they were just about to capture that. I'm sure they're so pissed that they weren't able to capture it. Sit down. Fool of a toque. Okay, lords and ladies, this is a good time to end it. A bunch of successful wars. We're growing again. So many fantastic things have happened. Unfortunate things have happened. My son is a frickin' skooma drinker, but he's loyal. And he did get the 5-star intrigue. I became melancholic because my ex-wife, who was my best friend, died. And I'm still hoping we can get rid of that somehow. We got more conquest. We've been developing a bunch. We solved the problem when my son took over that land, and same with my wife. We were able to solve those problems. They're back at court, so I can protect them. We got our next legacy. We changed to an arcane-style court, which is really cool. I will build that duchy building as soon as Burrs is completed. What are we being exposed to? Oh no, we're still being exposed to Arch Saddle. I can hold court between the episodes, but I have so much money that let's just spam some more building projects if I have to. We'll check everything. One less thing for me to do between the episodes. These plagues should have very minor side effects due to just the high plague resistance everywhere. Okay, still a few more things to upgrade. But now we finally come up against... Oh yeah, and then House Redoran broke up, and all the people have been breaking up. But now we've reached the northernmost point. We do own the northernmost point. If I drew a straight line across... Yep, this is as north as you can go and elsewhere. So we are establishing our northern border with Cyrodiil. I have to take one county from Leowyn, because I need this county, but we can put that off. I'm not in a rush to do that. There is a county down here that I'm noticing. We can take that as well. We have to fight Anvil. And now that Valenwood and Coremount are... I mean, now that Eldenroot and Coremount are starting to break up. We'll start fabricating claims against these, because now Coremount is only a duchy. So, like, it's like the game is trying to help me conquer things and elsewhere. It's helping me out. House Redoran has declined. House Indoril seems to be the strongest house in Morrowind. Archon, the Kingdom of Archon, seems to be the strongest in Black Marsh. And it's not under the control of an Argonian, it's under the control of a Dark Elf, a Dunmer. High Rock hasn't really changed since we began the episode. I think this is exactly what it looked like. Not much change there. Some heresies breaking out. That's okay. I can... She's my religion. The person ruling this is my religion, so she can reconvert that. He's my religion as well. So that should take care of those. Look at that, Alinori has already has a small foothold here and elsewhere. My Alinori culture is slowly starting to spread to some of the rest of the realm, but that's okay. It can do that naturally if it wants to. I'm not actively going to try to do that, but if I have vassals that are Alinori and they want to convert parts of their realm to my culture, be my guest. That's fine. But I'm not going to actively try to do that. So I can't create this duchy until we're done managing it. Okay. Alright, lords and ladies. An hour and a half you got out of me. Another long episode. But this was a good one, an interesting one, a roller coaster ride of events. But we're doing well. And thank you for the comments, guys, by the way. Thank you for all the advice you gave me. By all means, give me more. There's always a list of things that I forget to do in each episode. Like, one of my commenters was like, okay, these are all the things that you forgot to do. Keep leaving comments like that, because I miss stuff all the time, but I'm really doing my best. You guys are here to help me out, and I appreciate that. So leave your comments down below. Like this video if you had a good time. I hope you appreciated the longer length of the episode. I hope you appreciated all the conquest we got, and I hope you're enjoying this series as much as I am. But that's going to do it for today. Hope you will join me for the next episode, episode 29. We'll be coming at you soon. But until then, have a good one, guys.